Oh, just got back from a car boot sale. What a what a pain in the arse it's been this morning. Yeah, I've been to 3 car boot sales and ToysRus I. But done quite well, as you can see here from these bags. And all that's from the first 2 car boot sales. ToysRus and the 3rd car boot sale, waste of time, waste of fuel, just a waste. Shouldn't even have gone really, but anyway, what have I got? Okay. Went to the usual haunts, went to CJ's, Leamington Rugby Club, and also then I went to Stoneleigh, but obviously went to CJ's first. And CJ's has been, you know, pretty good. I usually always find something at CJ's, so I, you know, got my hopes up that I'd get something there. And I was walking around, and it wasn't very busy today because obviously the weather's not been so great this morning. And CJ's wasn't as big or as busy as it has been the last couple of times I've gone. So I was wandering round. I'd got down most of the rows and was on the last couple of rows, and I thought, this is a waste of space. And then I found a couple of things. Now, well, actually these all came from the same seller. First thing I noticed was this animated Ratchet minus his legs. Now, I have transformed him back to his truck mode as best I can. He was the first thing I saw. You know, a big box full of toy bits, and I saw him there, and I was, well, is he complete? So I was trying to transform, and then I realised, well, hang on a minute, what are these? You know, what are these stubby little things here? And obviously, yeah, they're the tops of the legs where the 5 swivels go. So he's missing his legs. Apart from that, he's intact, in, you know, good condition. But I was umming and ahhing whether to get him for 2 reasons. One, he's incomplete, and another thing, he's from the animated line, which I'm not too sure I want to collect figures from. Yeah, so I thought back to you know, last couple of car boots I've done, and I said before that I will be picking up bits of bots, you know, incomplete bots with parts missing, in, you know, in the vain hope that I will later come across said parts, or, you know, I can get the bits, you know, online, or, you know, other places, and or I can trade them, you know, use them as trade items. So yeah, I thought, get him. So got him. Actually, he was one of 3 items I got from the same seller. The other one that I noticed was this chap. Now, I don't know who he is, but I think he's a movie bot, either Cyberverse or a Legends, and he forms into one of those, you know, those army sort of transports. Hang on. It forms into one of those yeah, you see, one of them things. He's complete. He appears to have all his bits, as far as I can tell. Like I said, I don't know who he is, so if anybody can help me. Got him. And then I got this. Now, this is not a Transformer. It's an action figure. It's movie jazz. Now, normally I wouldn't pick anything like this up, but the reason I bought this is for the head, because my movie Jazz, which I picked up a fortnight ago, his head's missing, and this Jazz has got a head. It's not quite as detailed as the proper one, and it's quite a bit larger, so I don't know whether it'll fit and fold away into his what's it. But I bought this as just for spare parts basically. So, but it's an action figure, it's got joints, it moves, but it doesn't transform. So anyway, I got these 3 bits for £1. Now, as for Ratchet, I went up to the woman and said to her, I says, I've got him, but he's missing his legs. And she said, oh, these robots, the bits fall off and blah 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 and get lost. And I was looking in all the toy containers they had, I couldn't see them. So, and she said, well, you can have it for nothing. So basically, I got him for free. So these others cost me 50p each. But anyway, that's the first lot. Then I went to Stoneleigh, and I've usually got something from Stoneleigh as well, but I hit the jackpot at Stoneleigh. Now, what did I get first? Ah, yes. Alternator Swindle. Now, I saw him in a like a tray, a plastic tray on somebody's table. Back end was all hanging out because it mistransformed, and I knew what it was straight away when I saw it. And I thought, hang on a minute. Well, the obvious thing was it's a car with the back end in bits. I said, well, that looks like a transformer. I picked it up and I thought, whoa! And I thought, I know what this is. It's Alternator Swindle. And now I don't know whether he comes with any weapons, but he's, as far as I can tell, he's intact. There's nothing missing. He's got working suspension, shed loads of die cast. Oh yeah, he's got. Just noticed he's got something missing there, tail light or something. I don't know. But anyway, £2. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Coming out this morning worthwhile just for this fella, I reckon. Just for this fella. So yeah, I got him. Then the next bit I found was this. Now, I don't really go to car boot sales to pick up, anything other than transforming toys, but certain aspects of the Transformers literature, i.e. G1 related literature, like these Ladybird books, is actually quite interesting. So, got that, picked that up, it's in good condition, no rips or damage to it, make a nice little read. If I see any annuals, I'll pick them up, the G1 annuals, because I used to collect the comics, and some of the stories that they ran in the comics, they sort of had spin-offs in the annuals as well, but I never collected the annuals when I was a kid, so I missed out on some of those stories. So yeah, and yeah, so 20p, can't complain at that. Right, what was next? Right, okay, so I I do these little videos on my phone, so as I don't forget how much I paid for stuff. I do a quick sort of video of the stuff and how much I paid for it. So the next lot, as you heard, 30p. This was the first guy I saw. Powerglide, Generations Powerglide, I think. Scout class figure. And also in the same box, another Cyberverse Blackout and front end of another one of them things. You know, so I'd already got one of these this morning, and here's the front end of another one. Again, going back to what I said about buying bits and bots of bits of bots. Obviously his legs are missing, but you know, everything else is there. I'm not sure who he is, but and as for Blackout, I've already got one of these, so I didn't really need to buy this one as well. So this is a duplicate. This one is in slightly better condition than my other one, so the other one can be, you know, it can be a trade, maybe. But you know, Powerglide, happy with that. 30 pence, you know, for this little lot. £2. Right. Next piece. Now, what I was saying earlier about animated Ratchet, right? About not being bothered about picking up characters from the animated line. Went into the next haul because I mean Stoney was absolutely huge today. It was in like 4 hauls. It was massive. So I had a good chance of picking some stuff up, and I did really well at Stoney. And animated Regar. Now I've seen reviews of this guy, and he's got issues, and the main one being this thing here, his caboose, which is like majorly kibble on this character. But as for, you know, I was umming and ahhing whether to get him because he's an animated figure, and I don't really know much about animated. I've seen probably the odd episode on YouTube and a few clips, but I've never actually seen the series, and it's one of the series that I really would like to get the box set for and sit down and watch it properly all the way through from start to finish. I quite like the aesthetic on the animated characters. It's different, you know, it's a spin-off series, but it's got a different aesthetic, it's a different telling of the Transformers story. But, you know, apparently it's got excellent, you know, voice acting, great characterizations, awesome scripting and storytelling, so it's going to be worth a shot. And I have seen some clips of Redgar from the show, and he's a quirky character and quite funny, so definitely worth getting. So when the guy says I'll let you have it for £2, then I went for it. The only thing is I don't know, the gimmick doesn't seem to be working. I think, isn't that supposed to flip them things up? Anyway, £2 for that. And then I walked around a bit more and found the last couple of bits. And the first thing I saw was this. Beast Hunter's Ripclaw. Now, he's in his package. Obviously the card's been ripped off the back, but it's you know, everything's in it, all the instructions and everything. It's not been opened. Or maybe it has. Yeah, I think it has been opened because obviously someone's put string around him, so he's obviously been, yeah, there's a lot of string in it. So he has been opened and played with, but they've put him back in the box. But he looks intact and complete, hasn't got anything missing. £4. Now, I saw him, and again, the you know, the Prime and the Beast Hunters line, I'm not even really sure whether I want to collect from those, because they're just they're too new. You know what I mean? I want to collect older bots. I don't really want to collect the new stuff that you can just go out into the shops and buy off the shelf. But it's a bot. It's a big bot. It's I assume it's a Voyager, well, or a deluxe. You know, I think it's a deluxe. You know, it's a sizable bot, and it's a beast bot. I ain't got a problem with beast bots because I'm a fan of Beast Wars. So, yeah. And then on the same table as this was this. Robots in Disguise Mirage, minting box. Same price, £4. Now, that's a no-brainer. You know, you got to pick that up. I mean, this guy is supposedly one of the best articulated characters you can buy, apparently. So, yeah. £4. Minting box, brand new, unopened, Mirage, £4. So yeah, after I bought him, I thought, wow, I might as well go for him. So I got a pair of them for £8. And that's it. That's how much I spent today. So Stoney was great. CJ's was okay. I didn't have a bust at CJ's. There was still picked up a few little bits. Only one complete bot and one action figure-y thing. But in my opinion, it was all worth it just to get this guy. Yeah, it was worth it for him. The rest of them are just Brucey bonuses as far as I'm concerned. Anyway, I went on to Furnace End, but it was getting a bit late, and as I was driving towards Furnace End, the heavens opened and the rain absolutely poured down, and it was like, what's it going to be like when I get there? I didn't get there till like 9:30, and it was. They'd obviously had rain. A lot of the stalls had plastic sheets over them. A lot of people were packing up. Some people had already gone, and there wasn't anything to see really. It was a waste of time going to Furnace End today, and I thought, well, I've still got money in my pocket. Let's go to ToysRus Us and see if anything new has come out on the Transformers Age of Extinction line. So I had a bit of a magical mystery tour, getting to Cross Point Retail Park, going through Philongley and Corley, Longford, and all basically round the houses instead of going back onto the M6. I finally got there just before 11 o'clock. The tills hadn't opened, so I went straight to the big Transformers Age Extinction display, and looking at it, and there wasn't much more there than was there last time. I had enough money in my pocket to have afforded, a Voyager Grimlock or a Voyager Evasion Mode Optimus, but the Evasion Mode Optimus, to be honest, I mean, he's a great toy. I've watched many reviews on him, and he looks a fantastic toy, but the colours, I mean, the UK retail one is in these G1 colours, and that's great. But I want him in movie correct colours, i.e., the really sort of bleached out sort of white colours with the flames and the bullet holes and the dirt and the rust, and I want that. That's what I want from an Evasion Mode Optimus. There are versions of that coming out. Unfortunately, they're exclusive for Japan or for the Far East. They're not even gonna come to the UK. If somebody's imported them for the auto assembly, I might pick one up. But anyway, that was my car boot sale today. Did quite well. How many bots did I get? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 bots. And how much did I spend? Oh, I don't know, without totting it up. But yeah, it was quite good today. Needn't have bothered doing the last couple of bits, but Furnace End and ToysRus Us, but c'est la vie. So yeah, got some more bots, another car boot haul, and that's all I've got to say for this video. So see you around.